Alexandra Eala wraps up 2025 tennis season with first SEA Games gold medal in Thailand. The Filipina tennis star's sixth Southeast Asian medal brings an elusive gold in the women's singles competition thanks to her victory in Bangkok on Thursday, December 18. By Nishchal Schwager, Patel 18 December 2025 10:52 GMT plus 61-minute read. Alexandra Eala has capped off her breakthrough season with a golden touch, winning the women's singles tennis gold medal at the 2025 SEA Games. The 20-year-old Filipina seized the Southeast Asian accolade with a 6-1, 6-2 win over world number 240 Maninkaya Sawanki in the final in Bangkok on Thursday, December 18. Eala becomes the first Filipina singles player to win a Southeast Asian Games gold medal in 26 years, following in the footsteps of Pia Tamayo, 1981, and Maricris Fernandez, 1999. The world number 53 has enjoyed a special fortnight in Thailand which started with the honor of being one of the Philippines' co-flag bearers at the opening ceremony. Eala seizes the sixth SEA Games medal of her career and the third of the 33rd edition in Bangkok, having won bronze medals in the women's team and mixed doubles events. The final rally did not last long, but it felt eternal. The ball crossed the net one last time, met Alexandra Eala's strings with a clean, confident strike, and landed just beyond her opponent's reach. For a split second, there was silence, then the truth arrived. Alexandra Eala was a SEA Games gold medalist. Under the warm Thai sky, with the echoes of applause rising from the stands, Eala stood still, absorbing the weight of the moment. The 2025 tennis season, long, grueling, and transformative, had found its perfect ending. Not in a distant Grand Slam stadium or a quiet practice court, but here in Southeast Asia, representing her country, winning gold. A season that tested everything. The year 2025 had demanded more from Alexandra Eala than any season before it. Tennis, at the highest level, is a sport of constant movement. Across continents, time zones, and emotional states. One week you are celebrating a hard-fought victory. The next, you are packing your bags after a tough loss, replaying points in your mind as the tour moves on without pause. For Eala, this season was about refinement and resilience. Her game had matured. The explosive left-handed forehand that once defined her junior success was now paired with smarter shot selection and improved defensive instincts. She learned when to attack, when to wait, and when to trust patience over power. But growth did not come without struggle. There were matches where the margins were cruelly thin, where momentum slipped away despite her best efforts. Yet with each setback, Eala carried herself forward, quietly stronger. By the time the SEA Games approached, she was not just physically prepared, she was mentally forged by the season's challenges. The call of the flag. The SEA Games are different from any other tournament. They do not offer ranking points that define careers or prize money that headlines contracts. What they offer instead is something deeper: national pride. When Alexandra Eala put on her national colors in Thailand, she carried more than a racket. She carried the expectations of a country that had followed her journey since her earliest breakthroughs. From promising junior to international competitor, she had become a symbol of possibility for Philippine tennis. Every match felt personal. Every cheer from the stands, every message of support from home, reminded her that this was not just her battle alone. The court became a shared space where personal ambition met collective hope. The heat, the pressure, the fight. Thailand welcomed the athletes with blazing sun and unrelenting humidity. The conditions tested endurance as much as skill. Long rallies became physical battles. Concentration wavered easily under the heat. Eala embraced the challenge. She adapted her game, conserving energy when needed and striking decisively when openings appeared. Her serve held steady in crucial moments. Her footwork, sharp despite the fatigue, allowed her to stay in rallies that might have broken others. But what stood out most was her composure. When the score tightened, she did not rush. When errors crept in, she reset. Point by point, match by match, she moved closer to the medal that had quietly become her goal. The final match. The championship match was everything a final should be. Intense, emotional, unforgiving. The pressure was visible, not just in the player's strokes but in the stillness between points. Every game mattered. Every decision carried consequence. Eala played with clarity. She trusted her preparation and leaned into her strengths without forcing them. When rallies stretched, she remained calm. When opportunities appeared, she seized them. And when the last point was won, it was not disbelief that crossed her face. It was recognition. Recognition of the work, the sacrifices, and the belief that had brought her here. Gold beyond the medal. As the gold medal was placed around her neck, it glimmered under the lights, but its true weight was not measured in grams. It carried years of early mornings, countless training sessions, injuries endured, matches lost and learned from. It carried the voices of family, coaches, and supporters who had believed in her even before the world knew her name. Standing on the podium as the Philippine flag was raised, Alexandra Eala did not just celebrate a victory. She honored a journey. Ending a season, opening a future. The 2025 SEA Games gold medal marked the end of Alexandra Eala's season, but not the end of her story. If anything, it felt like a beginning disguised as a conclusion. A reminder that she belongs on big stages, that pressure can be met with poise, and that representing one's country can bring out a different, powerful kind of strength. For young athletes watching from home, her triumph became inspiration. For Philippine tennis, it was validation. For Eala herself, it was a moment of quiet promise. Thailand will always be remembered as the place where her 2025 season reached its golden finish. But as she stepped off the court, medal resting against her chest, one thing was clear: Alexandra Eala was not done yet.